What's going on, everybody? This is Brian Mazik, aka Unique Mazik, the hardest working man in sports and gaming, and we got Bulls Talk. And this is Kris Dunn. If you love the Bulls, or if you just like basketball, you already know that's Kris Dunn. But Kris Dunn has come under some fire. A rumor came out, it's unclear where exactly it came from, questioning his work ethic during this offseason and implying that the Bulls were unhappy with him and his development. Kris Dunn has responded. All right, guys, please go ahead and click that like button and also the subscription button, as well as the notifications bell, so that you'll know when I drop new videos on the Bulls and NBA 2K and NBA Live and just basketball in general. So as I mentioned, Kris Dunn is, he's a competitor. And you know, when these rumors first came out, I was actually a little surprised, because work ethic has never been something that people have questioned about Kris Dunn. I mean, all the way through college, he was pretty much known as a hard-working player, and so that's a little bit. And if you know anything about his past and where he's come from and what he's had to fight through, it's kind of odd to hear him, questioned in this way. But here's what he said in response to it, and this is via Shannon Ryan of Chicago Tribune. He says, "I'm a pit bull. You ever see one of them scary red-nosed pit bulls? That's me." And whenever somebody responds like that to these types of questions, you know that it kind of got under their skin a little bit, right? So, and that's kind of the whole, machismo and the testosterone coming out when somebody questions you and questions something that you consider to be important. He knows that his work ethic is important, and he doesn't want anybody, let alone his team, questioning that. And I think it sounds like he thinks that's where it came from. So he continued on. He says, "I was definitely offended by it. My dad worked hard in life. My brothers and sisters and me took hard work very seriously. It is the only way to succeed." Now, the Bulls have had controversy in the past that has somewhat placed a wedge between them. And when I say them, I'm talking about coaching staff and management and players. So it's really disheartening to see this kind of thing coming up again, especially if it originated with the coaching staff or with management. You really don't want that happening, because the last thing that the Bulls need is more drama on that end. This is already a major market city and a major market team that, for whatever reason, cannot seem to draw major free agents. You need some harmony, and you need some positive vibes where people are saying, hey, players are saying, hey, the Bulls treated me well. So here he finishes up. He says, "You don't get too caught up. You just keep doing what you do best. I know I work hard. I don't have to prove it to anybody. I just have to show it on the court. I have no answers for why the rumors originated. Whoever put it out there, that's just how they felt. Questioning my work ethic, that's just not valid. I work hard. If I'm not working, I'm around my family. Absolutely nothing has changed about workouts or preparation." So I don't know, perhaps this will have a positive impact on everything. Maybe Kris Dunn was starting to slip a little bit, and maybe this was Bulls management and coaching staff's way to try to get his attention and rattle his cage a little bit so that he would wake up. They have a pretty promising core, and I'm going to go into that a little bit in the video in a second. Well, not in a second, in a little bit, where we kind of look at the Bulls depth chart, where it is now. We're going to use 2K to do it. And so you would think they kind of have all positions covered. Dunn is the point guard. Zach LaVine's more than likely a 2. You got Chandler Hutchinson that can slide into the 3 once he's ready. You got obviously Lauri Markkanen's at the 4, and Wendell Carter Jr. seems to be ready to be the 5. Him or Bobby Portis. And then at some point you got to think the Bulls are going to trade Robin Lopez. So how many teams have all 5 positions covered with guys who are younger than 25, and all of them has shown some level of promise, whether it be in their last year in college or so far in their young careers in the NBA. So there's some room and some reason to be optimistic about what's going on. And also, let's not forget how well Dunn played last season before he got injured after the dunk when he slipped off the rim and hurt his face and had to have the surgery on his teeth. So let's not forget that. And let's also not forget how well the Bulls played when he was playing well. So there's definitely, like I said, there's reason to be optimistic, but we just have to hope that this doesn't derail what could have been a nice foundation that was being built. I think it's overall pretty minor, but we'll see what happens throughout the summer and once the season gets going. As always, I talk sports, I talk gaming, and I always appreciate you watching. God bless and peace.
I'll be weak, I'm rather unique.